Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a rose gold eye look. I was inspired today by the 24-hour cream eyeshadow from Maybelline in the color Socialite. It is this really pretty rose gold shade, and I wanted to create a look kind of around that cream eyeshadow. So let's get into the video. Alright, so I'm first going to start with the eyes. I'm going to be taking some concealer. I'm using my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer, and I'm just going to use this to set the eyes. Now I'm going to take a powder. This is a pressed powder from Rimmel, their Stay Matte powder, and this is just the translucent powder. I'm just going to use that to set the concealer. Make sure that if you have any creases from the concealer that you pat those out before you put on your powder. So the eyeshadow palette I'm going to be using today is the Milani Pure Passion eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to be taking a fluffy eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to go into this shade right here called Truth or Bear. And I'm just going to put this all over the lid. So the next shade I'm going to take is this color right next to that one we just used, and this is called Totally Fawn of You. I'm going to take the same brush that I was using, and I'm going to focus this on the outer corner of my eye. Okay, so I'm going to take a different fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is called Late Date. It's just kind of a really dark, almost like a cranberry brown, if that makes sense, kind of what it looks like. And I'm going to focus this on the lower part of my outer corner of my eye. Once I have that shade pretty much packed on the outer lash line, I'm going to kind of start to blend it up a little bit, but keeping it in the outer edge of my eye. We're going to take the Cream Color Tattoo eyeshadow, and I'm going to go in with my finger. I'm just going to get some of that on my finger, and then I'm going to place it in the center of my eye. Okay, so now I'm just going to take a little cotton pad with a little bit of toner on it, and I'm going to start to clean up the under eye area. Now I'm going to go in with primer. I'm going to use the Maybelline Master Prime Hydrate and Smooth Primer. This has been my top primer lately. This is like the only one I grab out of like the 7 others that I have. It just really smooths out the skin and really fills in my pores. And I feel like with any foundation that I have, just goes on so much smoother by me using this primer. So for foundation, I'm using the Maybelline 24-hour foundation. Wow, I'm using a lot of Maybelline products, and I did not mean to do this, but I'm actually using 2 different shades. I'm using 102 Fair Porcelain and 112 Natural Ivory. I'm just going to take my little dish, and I'm going to mix them together. So I'm going to take a pump of the porcelain, and I'm going to take a pump of the ivory. I'm going to just mix those together on the palette. I like using a palette because I feel like I can kind of control how much foundation I use, but then I also don't it doesn't sink into, because a lot of times people put it on the back of their hands. And I feel like by doing that, I just get some of the foundation that sink into my hand, the skin on my hand. So I'd rather just do it this way. I'm going to take my Real Techniques Expert face brush, and I'm just going to blend that foundation out. Right now I'm going to take my sponge and I'm just going to dip into the palette that I have here, and then I'm just going to start on the center of my cheeks, and then I'm going to go to different areas of the face, but really focus most of that product on the center of the cheeks. Spun loose face powder, and I'm just going to tap some into the cap here. Oops, kind of messy. I'm going to take a big fluffy brush. I'm just going to tap some of them in there, kind of tap off the excess. There being a whole bunch of powder on here that's getting in one spot of my area, and a lot of times I would just swirl my brush around until it's mixed into the bristles of the brush, but that was too much powder and I didn't want to stir it around. So I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to start stirring it around with my fingers into the brush. And then I'll go in and I'm just going to use patting motions because I don't want it to take off that product that I just put on my face. This powder smells so good. It smells like baby powder almost, but has like a little bit more, but like a fresh floral scent. Does that make sense? I don't know how to explain it. Maybe that wasn't the best explanation. All right, I'm going to take a smaller brush and I'm going to dip a little bit into that, and I'm going to powder around my nose and under my eyes. If there is any creasing from the concealer, that you pat that out, and I just take my finger and do that. And I'm going to first go around my nose, and then whatever is left on the brush, that's what I use to go under my eyes. I don't like a lot of powder under my eyes just because it makes my eyes look really dry. I have like lots of small little lines under my eyes. I don't know if you want to call them wrinkles, but I don't know. I have a lot of texture under my eyes. For bronzer, I'm using the L'Oreal Lumi Bronze It. I'm taking a tapered fluffy brush, and I'm just going to use that to kind of contour and bronze at the same time. And then I'm going to take a little bit and kind of go down the sides of my nose. I'm not being precise about it because I'm not really wanting to contour it. I'm just wanting to kind of give it a little bit of a shadow, a little bit of structure on the nose. And if you want, you can kind of take it and kind of blend it inwards, kind of flicking it. And I'm just going to do the little bit on below the lip. For blush, I'm using the Essence Satin Touch blush. This is in Satin Love. Just going to take a blush brush and apply that to my cheek. Kind of focusing more on the back of my cheek, but then slowly bringing it up to the apples. All right, now I'm gonna take this is the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Highlighter, and this is like just a really bright pink, and I like taking this and lining my lower lash waterline. It just really opens up the eyes. Now I'm going to take my Lash Paradise from L'Oreal mascara, and I'm going to apply about 2 coats to the top and 1 coat to the bottom lashes, or 2. We'll see. Alright, now I have mascara on. All that's left is brows and lips, and then we're going to set the face. I'm just going to quickly go off camera and do my eyebrows. There's nothing special to doing my eyebrows, so I don't really need to record that for you guys. But if you guys want to know how I do my eyebrows, definitely leave in the comments and let me know, and maybe in the upcoming videos I can do that for you guys. Alright, eyebrows are on. They're not perfect, but you get what you took the time to do, right? And I didn't really take that much time to do my eyebrows, so I'm going to quickly actually get into my highlight. I'm using the Essence Pure Nude highlighter in Be My Highlight. I'm just going to take a fan brush here and just apply this to the high points of the face. Not a lot, because I don't want the skin to be what people first notice. I want definitely the eyes to be the star of the show. Go down the nose, Cupid's bow. Then I'm going to take a angled brush, pencil brush, and I'm just going to do that and apply that to the inner corners to give a little bit of a highlight there. I'm actually using 2 lip products today. They're both lip glosses, so I'm going to try not to go too overboard. So the first one, I'm using the NYX Butter Gloss. This is in the color Tiramisu. I'm just going to take that. It's kind of goopy, so just be careful when you're applying it not to get too much. I'm just going to kind of using it to line my lips as well, but okay, now I'm going to go into the L'Oreal Glowing Lip Gloss. This is a new thing that they just came out with, I believe, for summer. They came out with 4 shades. They also came out with like a body bronzer kind of thing, I believe. And this is in the color Shall We Dance. And I'm just going to basically focus this on the center of the lips. This has a really interesting applicator. I don't think I've ever tried anything like it. It smells really good. But the applicator, it's a foot dough, but it's flat where you apply it on your lips, but then like it dips in the center of that like flat part. So it's kind of interesting. All right, so first let's assess the situation. I feel like we might need a little bit more bronzer. It might end up being we needed more blush, but we're gonna go in with bronzer. I'm just going to go underneath the cheekbone. Here, maybe warm up the forehead a little bit more. So I'm gonna take a little bit more of the blush. I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter Long Lasting Setting Spray. Shake it up a little bit. Alright guys, that is it for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give it a thumbs up, like it, and comment down below if you did. Hit that notification bell if you are subscribed but want to be notified every time I upload a video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I would love to have you join in on all the makeup talk and just having fun playing with makeup. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!